Hey. Hello. I have missed you all. Hello, everyone. Gonna give it a few more minutes. Um, whew, y'all, I can't wait to get into this conversation today. I have missed being here to have a discussion with everyone, so I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes as we are inviting people in the room. Hello. I'm super excited to be back. I have been traveling, but guess what, guys? I have some excellent news to talk to you all about, as well as share some of a special announcement, as well as just get into why I created, obviously, this page for everyone. So I'm super excited to be here and be back. My traveling is kind of coming to a little bit of a close as we have, some family things going on and stuff like that. But needless to say, I'm super excited to be back. So we have some people joining us. So thank you for being here. I do apologize that I've been away, but needless to say, I'm here. So let's go ahead and get started. So today's conversation will be talking about sideline waiting, and then, of course, my special announcement. So I think we're going to talk about sideline waiting. Let's deal with that first, and then I'll save the announcement for later on. But I want to talk about sideline waiting, and so I will be looking at a couple notes here because I don't want to get these statistics wrong, number one. And number two, I want to make sure that you all have the information the way I have received it and have heard it. So I definitely want to pull that up as well. And so I want to make sure that you all hear these statistics just as I am hearing them. And at the same time, I don't want to butcher these numbers because I think they're very important. So let's go ahead and get into my first part of the conversation, which is sideline waiting. And what sideline waiting is for those of you all joining me for the first time, I am Brandy Harrington. I am a licensed real estate broker here in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm an investor. I am my announcement will talk about my new title, as well as I'm a super host for Airbnb, as well as I'm a property manager. So I do a lot of different things as it relates to real estate. I'm very passionate about real estate. I'm very passionate about us as a people knowing exactly how real estate can help you and your family. And so one of the things I like to tell people about as we enter into what we're talking about in terms of a new normal is, should I start? Should I wait? What should I do? And with that being the case, I definitely want to make sure you all understand that this is the time to buy. I know you've heard it from us once before, like, oh, you have time to wait, or oh, I can wait till the market gets better, or when the market comes down. This is where this sideline waiting is talking about. And with that being the case, I want to make sure you all understand what that means. And so let me reference my notes here because I definitely think that if I don't give you all these notes, we're going to I'm gonna mess up. So one of the things that you all have to understand about this market is that supply and demand, right? Let's just be honest. Everything is about supply and demand. Um, right now, what we're seeing is that there is less supply for homes than there was a few years ago, even a couple months ago. So for those of you all who are just entering this, thank you for joining me. We're talking about, should I buy right now? Should I wait? Or if I'm about to sell, what should I do? And that's what we're talking about. And so my sideline is going to tell you why we're seeing the market the way it is, why we're seeing the market jump up, and we're having less houses, or the same house that you were looking at a couple months ago has gone up $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Or you've seen people from outside of the market come in and essentially they're buying up all of our inventory. And I know you're like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? We got to talk about it. Okay. So one of the things that I want you all to understand is that when you're talking about this market, right now, our supply is less because we have more people who are buying houses because they see the value. Let me just say it again. We have more people who are seeing the value of our houses than we did a few years ago. We hear like, oh, I don't want to spend this much or I don't want to do this. But guess what? People in other states see the value of our houses and they're like, y'all are crazy. I'm about to jump on it because we're in other states. They can't even find these type of houses, 300, 400, 200,000, heck, even 80,000. The other people are seeing it. And so that's where you're seeing a lot more people buying up our inventory. That's the first reason. The second thing is that right now, the statistics say that 5 million more people in 35 years or up are actually buying houses. This is nationwide than we had in 2007 data. So what that means is that our millennium generation right now are in a position to buy, right? So if you are 35 and up, you're a millennium and you're trying to buy a house. But right now, based on 20,000, excuse me, based on 2007, 128 million more households in 2007 we have right now than we did in 2006, 2007. We only had 116. That means we have way more households who need houses than we even have supply. Okay. So the second part to that is we're now seeing, because we have so many more households. In 2007, we had 2.1 million new homes this year compared to 1.4 new home starts than in 2007. So think about it, guys. We had 2.1 million homes being built in 2007. Now we only have 1.4. So when we're talking about supply and demand, we don't have enough supply to help with the demand. Again, I just told you that we already have now 128 million people. 128 compared to 116. All these people need houses. So supply and demand works where when have more we have more people who are wanting a house than we have the demand for. So that's going to drive that factor up. And a lot of people keep saying, well, I'm just going to wait. House prices are going to come down. You're on the sideline saying that you want to get in, but yet let's talk about it. How you going to get in when you're competing with so many other people who are telling you, I want a house. I'm 35 or older. I want a house. I'm ready to stop paying rent. So you can't say that, oh, it's going to come back down. Or maybe you're thinking, oh, well, I got time. The interest rates and things like that is going to come down. The numbers are telling you right now that we have more people who are in a position financially, they're ready, they're doing what they need to do, they're going to get in. And so when you're having this many people who are trying to get a house and there's less houses to get, that means they can draw that price. They can actually make this price go up higher because guess what? It's fewer people who are going to be in this position. So what I'm saying is that if you're on the sidelines and you're saying to yourself, well, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait this out, or I think I got more time. Guys, whether it's investment, whether it's selling or it's buying, this is the time. The numbers are not going to go down. Now, let me tell you why. Right now, they're saying that what we've seen in the market is that house prices in 2020 rose 32%. Y'all, that was just 2 years ago. Just remember 2020. We was just all around here, just not really paying attention to the market. In 2020, our prices of houses nationwide. Now, just don't think Jackson, Mississippi, or wherever you are you're listening to this stream. 2020, we've seen a 32% increase in houses. In 2021, we have seen an 18% house increase. 18%. So the prices of our houses, based on when you were seeing it, you may have been looking at the market. Oh, I want to get this type of house, or oh, my realtor told me to do this, or oh, I was seeing it. I thought I wanted to buy this house. Guess what? It rose 18% in 2021. Now, in 2022, what we're seeing is a 7% increase. So we went from 32% in 2020, we went to 18% in 2021, and we went to 7% in 2020. Guys, you see the trend? We're gonna steady see houses increase. We're steady gonna see houses jump. They're already projecting a 5% increase now, even in 2020. Thereafter, excuse me, they're already projecting a 5% increase post 2020. So again, the same house that you're looking for, the market is going to dictate that we're not going to come down, but in actuality, we're going to see that same house 5% increase. So if you're on the sideline saying, hey, I think I have time, or hey, I'm going to wait until this market corrects itself, you just have to understand the market, and you have to understand that, guys, this is the time to start investing, buying a house, whatever that looks like for you and your situation. but stop allowing people to tell you, oh, this is not how this is going to be. It's going to go down and this, that, and the other. Guys, I don't care if you leave wherever you are to go somewhere else. You're going to see the same thing. You're seeing rent increase dramatically. I looked at someone who said a two-two, I think it was in Georgia. It was like $3,200, right? $3,200 for a two-two, about less than 1,000 square feet, something like that. It was ridiculous. The point is, everybody, CNBC is reporting this. They're telling you now on CNBC reports that if you're a seller, you need to sell. If you want to command the most equity, because of the fact the market is dictating it, interest rates are rising. If you're a buyer and you're just sitting there saying, hey, I don't know what I want to do, or I got time, guess what? We got fewer buyers. We seeing properties last 2 days here, 24 hours. Even if you're getting into a market or a house that is not your forever home, start, because at the end of the day, you have to understand the dynamics as to what this market is going to do. A couple years from now, when you're in this position where you're ready to sell, guess what? You're going to be in a better position because now you have more equity. The problem is we're so confined on what we see right today that we're not looking at the trends. And if you think about it, we're not seeing those trends change, because if nothing else is going to just stay the same, and you're just going to adjust to these trends, and then you're going to just say, oh wow, okay, it is what it is, and you have to adjust. Life has to adjust. But guess what? Right now, all the analysis, all the analysts and everyone is saying the same thing. This is going to be the market. This is going to be our market, our new normal for a while. And I think as a sideline person, if that's you, you just have to know how to start. And one of the things I teach buyers and sellers is that the waiting in which we had that time is not here anymore. I'm not saying be able to go out here tomorrow and say jump on a house the first thing you see. That's not what I'm saying. Let me package this up and slow it back down. What I'm saying is you just have to know that waiting is going to cost you more money in the long run. I hate to say it. Now, I've said a lot about numbers today. I've said a lot about what the market is going to do. I do realize that everyone may want to get in this market, and maybe the price point that where you are or what you're aspiring is not available. Let's just be honest. That's a realistic thing. The point is, the property that you can buy that may be a little bit less expensive, that's available for you. You might just need to get into that property for now. Next couple years, you can take that house and sell it and or use it as rental income to your next property. This is not to say this market will never change, guys. Don't think that. This is just to say that where we are right now for the next couple of years, this is going to be our new normal, and we just have to adjust. So my point of being is saying really that you just want to start. Now, again, I am a licensed real estate broker and investor. I know that people are looking for different deals. You're looking for what I can buy. I'm not saying not to match and be house broke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying live within your means. But at the same time, if you are in a situation where you can potentially make some money and you can be able to get a house that you can afford, get it, because the interest rates is going to dictate a lot of what's going on. The second thing is that, of course, for those of you who may be following me, I've been in Chicago at a real estate conference, and I was a speaker there, and I have not had a chance to really download all that information. It will be coming next week. I'm just getting back into town. I took my children up to Chicago. My oldest turned double digits, 10, and so we celebrated in Chicago, and so I'm just getting back and basically back in the swing of things. And so I'll definitely have more people coming on talking about different things again around again your money, how to be able to maximize your dollars, stretch your dollars, where we are right now. And so that was an amazing experience going back to the conference. And I'm going to talk about the conference because I think we miss the value of obviously meeting in person. There's so much synergistic effects when you're actually in the room with people, but more importantly, you get to network. You get to be a chance to be around others that are like-minded, but even on different levels. And so that Savvy Chicks in Real Estate conference was an amazing experience. I can't stress enough to you all rather on how much I even grew from being even as a panelist on the stage, just being around the room and being in the room with people who are doing some things for that's beyond what I can even imagine. So there's definitely some nuggets and some gems I'm going to be dropping next week as it relates to that conference. So thank you again, Makita, for having me on your platform. Now, I am going to end my live today, it's super short today, with my big announcements now. So if you made it through this part, guess what? Now is the announcement. So I just wanted to come on here to let everyone know that even though I've been super busy, even though I've been back and forth with Chicago, I have an announcement. I actually want everyone to know that before I left to go to Chicago, I just recently closed and purchased 45 acres of land. And I'm super excited to say that because I don't take that as something small and something like everyone is doing. But more importantly, I want people to understand that I give the same advice I give you all. I too take my own medicine. And so now that I am the owner of 45 acres here in Jackson, Mississippi, I will be showing you all of that here momentarily. There, we're actually going to clean up the land a little bit, take some photo pictures and stuff like that for me, and I'm going to be putting that out there because I want you all to see that even though you may see me showing a house, even though you may see me showing an investment property or Airbnb or international whatever, one of the things I'm talking about and I want to be able to help people understand is just like there's not a lot of inventory right now, there is some opportunity if you're in the right position. And so buying and purchasing 45 acres, actually I have 55 acres. We'll talk about that later. But actually having this much land allows me to be able to do so many more things that you will start to see unveil in front of your eyes. But more importantly, you will see what I want to do to be able to help not just me, but others as well. So that's my big announcement. I purchased 45 acres, but now collectively I have 55 acres of land between here and Copiah County. And I will be doing some great things there, and I will be bringing you all along this journey. And so, again, I'm not a person who just tells you all things such as, oh, let me talk about these things. I'm actually walking it out myself and bringing you along the process. So, I definitely wanted to let you all know about my big announcement as well, but wanted to let you all know that you will see a lot of new things coming, as well as continue to push you all to my helping you to understand the value in real estate, helping you understand the value in your money and your coins, and more importantly, helping you understand that there's so much more that can be done for you, even you. So thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to show you the pictures and actually the land and what we're going to be doing as I now have a new title, which is going to be a developer, as I'm going to develop this 45 acres of land plus the other 10. So 55 acres of land, I will be starting to develop that. So thank you all so much for watching. Tag your friends, let you all know that I will still be coming on live. I'm going to be bringing some guests in that I met that are going to be super amazing, that are going to help everyone grow. But more importantly, we're going to help push you all to be able to do way more than we could individually. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to talking to you all a little bit later. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.